What's up, everybody? Episode 12.
Yay, 12.
Yay, 12. We're moving good. Hey, man, that's like 3 months worth of production. I'm feeling pretty good about it, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think we've learned a lot in 12 months. Big ups.
12 months.
12 episodes, same
12
thing.
months, we better know some shit.
Same thing.
Right? 100%.
But yeah, big ups to Theron Ratzliff, our video guy, and Jonathan Vogus, our sound guy.
Thank you guys.
Making this thing work.
As always, we appreciate it.
It's been a road, but I think we've learned some stuff, and I think it all looks pretty good.
Well, that's what the consistency is we get from everybody. They like the look of our podcast and the feel of it.
Yeah.
How do you like the feel of sitting in here? Pretty cool?
Yeah,
exactly.
It's a little bit nervous, but I actually love it.
Yeah, you'll get out of that pretty quick. Everybody's going to be nervous for the first minute. So we got a show coming up at the Muse. That's June 1st. It's Suitable Miss.
Suitable Miss, City of Auburn. Local punk band stayed the course and left without notice.
Okay. And do we know how much of this show? We didn't see on the flyer. We're going to guess $400 for a ticket.
It'll be somewhere between 50 cents and $400.
Yeah, somewhere in there is a good range to, so plan accordingly your budget.
Yeah.
I also want to mention, go into Mopigs. Last week we did the episode with Stephanie and Aunt Nash. It was a great episode. They are doing anybody that spends $20 in their store. And if you go in and spend $40 or $60 or any multiple over 20, you're getting multiple raffles in. So he said anybody spends $60, you get entered 3. That's so awesome. As of yesterday, there was, which is, Tuesday of last week when this airs. But there was already 50 or 60 raffle tickets in.
Oh, that's awesome.
So what you got to do is spend $20 at Mopigs to get in the raffle to win the painting that they painted last week. And you also, Aunt Nash and Stephanie kicked in a $50 gift certificate to their store as well. So they're really awesome on them.
And they have a really cool store. A really cool store with a lot of cool collectibles, a lot of cool toys, a lot of video games. So check out Mopigs and also buy something there and get entered into the raffle. We posted a couple pictures of it. She's going to frame it still. She's still not even done working on it. So we're giving her, there's 2 weeks still for her to run that out. So make sure you get into their store and get in that raffle. I know I'm going to get in there and it looks pretty awesome right now. It's kind of this octopusy,
eyeball
kind of thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like got a Futurama / midnight. She has such a cool style. That's like that really like mid-90s like cartoon that like hits me right in the conscious.
And while we're talking about buying merch,
exactly.
We just released a merch page through Threadless. I think you can find it on Slow Coast.
Yeah, you can find the link on Slow Coast at media, and you can find it in the Aaron and Austin Facebook page. It's pretty easy to find. Just scroll a little bit, and everybody can scroll. So we got the GoFundMe page too as well that we're trying to help upgrade stuff for the thing and start another podcast. Blah 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 blah.
Save Austin's ass.
Save Austin's ass campaign. This fucking short little stool that I'm sitting on, guys. Just please. It's still 3 down on the list. Like cameras and other shit are more important, but if you could,
I wish we could take a shot of it. It literally has like 3 towels.
Sitting
on top of it,
and it's a foot lower, so we're in camera together. I had someone like, I didn't realize it because it happened, Theron. What you said. I met someone in public and they were like, I thought you'd be a lot shorter than you are. So that finally happened. But yeah, really, we're just trying to get money for the show. So if you can check out, we started with Threadless just to get it out there. So if you can, buy a shirt. They do tank tops and V-necks and all that shit too for the Aaron and Austin show. So check that out. That would be great. If you're a big guy, 4X or bigger, get with me. And I've got options for local screen printing places. We just wanted to get something out there so we could get merch out, and eventually we'll try to do some screen printing here. Maybe we got a lot of things.
Sure.
We got a lot of things that we want to do as far as merch for everybody. So eventually we'll get there. But as of right now, check out Threadless to help us out, or hit the GoFundMe page. That would be great. So other than that, I did see Bob's Burgers this weekend, and I always got to mix in a little bit of movies just because if you like Bob's Burgers, go see the movie. It's great.
It's Bob's Burgers.
It's a TV show about a family that owns
I thought it was like a restaurant or something.
Yeah, they own a restaurant. They own a burger. They own a grease pit. They own a burger restaurant. Yeah. But it's an animated show and it's great. I mean, especially for the stuff that it tops on, it's a really great show. So if you haven't seen that, go check it out. That's my 2 cents on that.
So we have a great guest today. The Khoa is coming to join us.
Do we need to pause for graphic?
Talk about some stuff. Yeah. Let's pause for the graphic and we'll come back with the Khoa.
So, all right. So that's the shows for the week. Go support something local. Go support everything local.
Yeah, anything.
Anything.
Give out
Locals
$5
are
and buy a
real-
T-shirt.
Yeah, like real supporting.
Yeah, go out and buy a T-shirt. Go out and buy a
Love
CD.
it.
Pay the cover charge.
Pay the cover
Buy
charge.
the shirts.
And support them.
Yeah.
Yeah, for most
Yeah.
clients, I mean, for most local artists around here, you can get into their show and buy a shirt for $20.
Yeah.
Almost. You
Right.
can get a shirt for $15-20 and get in most shows for $5.
So I would add, buy the bass player a drink.
Yeah, especially the over exotic the over. Sorry,
The overachieving
bass
background singer.
Oh yeah, so thank you for knowing what I was talking about. A little bit of an inside joke, sorry, but for sure. Okay, so go ahead, introduce our guest.
Yeah, so Khoa, you just got back from LA.
Yes.
Tell me about how that went, man. How did that all happen? How'd you end up out there?
First of all, I'm very nervous when I go to LA because you know how the renting, everything out there is getting like crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Compared to Wichita, it's like completely different.
Like super closed off still.
Completely different. Yeah, like it's get crazy.
It's really expensive.
Yeah, it's like I found the small studio was like almost 3,000 for that. And it's like
Every time I hear numbers of like those big cities, I'm like, how do fucking people survive in those cities?
I don't know too, because like they have to work like a machine like every single day. Like they don't care about time and everything. But
I understand the people that like make the big bucks in those cities, like Silicon Valley and those things. But how do the regular fucking people survive in those cities?
So I know traditionally, like when I lived out in Venice Beach, there's a lot of real rich people, okay? But the people that weren't rich and just trying to get by, like it is like your whole family lives there.
Yeah, I feel like
it's
in LA it's more like rich people. They're not gonna live in LA. I feel like that. I feel like they live around
in
LA.
the suburbs and shit.
They don't want to live in downtown
LA.
When we go to downtown, it's like completely different.
Well, I mean, LA is so massive.
Yeah, and it's like.
I mean,
yeah, and a lot of people think, other than me watching documentaries about weird shit, like I didn't realize that the downtown LA part, like the Skid Row, is the worst part of the fucking town.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to be in downtown LA at all.
Not
like
really,
at
not really.
all.
Yeah, like I remember there being like a tent city.
That's what Skid Row. That's Skid Row.
Yeah, and then I spent at least like almost 2 hours from like the location like 10 mile away. So at least 2 hours to get there because like stop and have to like you completely stop in the highway. Like you're not moving at all. At all. Like you cannot
the traffic
move
jams are worse.
at all. It was to be on the weekend is horrible.
And it's a 10-lane highway. There's no reason for it.
Why is it like that? Is it just that many? I think it's just that amount of people.
It's 10 miles, but it's actually it's small. The highways look very small like compared to Wichita. The land is very small, like it's tiny. But anyway,
that's true. We got a lot of trucks out here, so we have.
Everybody's got.
They have a lot of compact cars out there.
Fucking truck guys, dude. Sorry, truck guys, but fuck off too. I mean, if you pulled a boat or a camper or anything in your truck, and then downgrade, please.
Yeah. So come to LA. That is first nervous, and the second one is gasoline and everything. It's so expensive.
What was gasoline in LA?
It's like almost $7.
Oh,
Almost.
So how much time did you spend there?
I've been there. I just moved. Okay, so I moved there on beginning of May, and then I come back. So I just check out everything and bring my stuff over there. Like moving one by one, and then come back here and pack up and do shows to release my album, and then come back to LA. So I just been there on and off. But this time on July, I'm gonna move there like permanently.
So that's the goal. You're slowly moving there, basically. Is what you're telling me. Yeah.
So what
that's
part
got to be a much better market for your music there.
Right.
Like by the time.
I hope so.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, because the music scene over there is like a lot lot. Like they accept everything.
Yeah, it's
every
a lot,
angle.
It's
like
a way more
country,
open. Yeah, way more open
hip
community.
hop, EDM, all.
Well, and pop music, like LA is where that is.
Right.
It has to live in a bigger city like that.
I can believe that. I talked to Aaron about this project for almost since I know him. 5 years ago?
Oh my God, probably.
Long time ago when I know him, say, Aaron, you gotta help me doing this. And I've been like looking for the place. We've been looking for the musicians who can do this, and we just like off that project. We cannot find anybody, and then finally I can connect and then release the album this year. So
and you got some great musicians playing with you.
I'm lucky.
You played here for us at Muse with Ballistic.
Yes.
And that was awesome.
Thank
that was awesome. A great band.
Yeah.
Good looking band.
Good looking
band.
Is that the band that's in your YouTube videos?
Which one?
The one I saw the most was the one that was a year ago. It was the world of what are we doing to the world or something like that?
Yes, that was 3 people.
Yeah.
And some of them is already left. They moved to another state. But
yeah.
yes, some of them is on the band right now. and they're very awesome.
Yeah.
I have to like give up on them again when they move to LA and
I
then
know,
start
I know.
over again. You know, when I talk to this promoter over there, and she said, "Well, that's pain in the ass because
No, you can.
Okay.
Feel free. Feel free. Yeah.
you know, it's really painful if you try to start to do it again to find the musicians who match with your music. Well, that about my thing about in music though. The reason we hard to find the musicians to play my music is because of the music that I wrote. I wrote and write about.
It's unique.
Especially to America, for sure.
I mean, I trying to do it pop music, rock music, and a little bit of virtual orchestra. So to bring that to be live performance is impossible.
Well,
almost.
and to have like America's mainstream music market accept that, like they want to see you be this genre, this one thing that they can sell as a
watered down.
homogenized.
You know what I
mean?
call that? I call that is a ramen noodle music.
Yeah.
And I did try that before with on 2019 where the COVID hit, and I told my producer Joe Hagen, I say, hey, we gotta do something like really ramen noodle song, and he said, what do you mean by ramen noodle? I, said,
I love the ramen noodle.
I want something like quick market, like a chicken, like giving the egg every day. I want just something like that, like quickly, so people we can support the audience on during the pandemic. And this was what I've been done to our work is get like crazy view on YouTube after I released that.
Nice.
But it's just one of the trick that I want to boost my album for since I worked that album on and I try to do something that marketing for the album later. Yeah. So that's
way to take advantage of a tough situation. I mean, I expected that a little bit. Like when the pandemic hit, I was expecting when that to end, like a bunch of artists would have a bunch of new material. Like, because they had to sit, I mean, a lot of them, the big artists, even the local people, all had to sit and stew, like, a little bit. So I hoped, like, hopefully they're taking a little time to write a bunch of new music. So it sounds like you did.
So I want to applaud the move to LA. I think that's where you should go. I think that is, like, a really good jumping off point. You are unique, and you are talented, and I think out in LA...
You'll appreciate it?
They'll appreciate that.
Yeah.
I think that in Kansas it's very hard. You know what I mean?
It's hard.
And
everything is fucking hard. It's ice skating uphill in this fucking area.
But I think that sucks. You know what I mean? The fact that Wichita doesn't have an infrastructure that really supports music and live local music, doesn't support anything outside of a certain little box, kind of.
Right.
I think that sucks.
How boring, too.
Thank you for bringing that up because
how fucking boring.
I mean, to anybody, Aaron know this town to me, like he is a big brother of the town because he know a lot of area of the music in this town, and it's how I don't want to say that how suck it is, but it's actually they say that they want to hear something new, but the new that they want to hear is actually they already know they want to hear that.
That's a fake statement. I want to hear something new is a fake statement that people say.
And when new shows up, they don't support it, and it leaves and it moves.
Yeah.
And it goes to places where people appreciate it, like LA.
And sometimes it gets successful.
It does.
I mean, Mike Finnegan is a great example of this from the 70s, okay? Like, he left Wichita, went out, and started playing with, like, Bonnie Raitt and had the Phantom Blues Band. They backed up everybody, and just a killer player, but from Wichita. Not going to make it in Wichita, unfortunately. They have to leave. They've had to leave forever.
Since last time I performed at the LGBT the Pride Festival on 2020, 21 or something, around that time, I reach out to a lot of artists. I reached out to a lot of a bar in Wichita. Aaron, he helped me some too, but at that point. I just like in the middle of like find a band to play with me and find a place to have my band play on, and it's so difficult. Like nobody respond to me at that point. Like, but after the show I do in Wichita Pride Fest, I get booked. Crazy.
Now work. He
crazy.
He cracked the
code.
Because Aaron, I trying to do like produce like DJ like more like DJ and EDM music and live band, because I feel like the audience of Wichita is like separate. Like if they like live rock music, they just go to live rock music. But look, if you go to XY or you go to like Fever or you go to the bar, you see how crowd is the EDM audience is. How incredible if we can merge them together. And I make that in the Wichita Pride Fest. And after that, I get booked crazy, and just finally I get.
And we're talking about a community that is used to embracing a wide variety of
yeah,
art,
that's what's great about the LGBT community is they've dealt with fucking oppression their whole life, so they don't want to do that to anybody else.
Yeah.
So they like all kinds of music, and that's a fucking statement I can get behind. Like I want to be more all inclusive. We talked about this with Rudy too. Like bringing everybody into the fold and having a rock show with a EDM show with a theatrical show with a whatever show should be something that we should be more apt to promote instead of 4 fucking hard rock bands or 4 rap artists or 4 like good luck trying to book him with somebody. He's got his own thing that's completely separate from everybody else. So like can we have these shows where we're all together and everybody supporting the same, and that's something I think that we could definitely work on in this town for sure. 100%.
Yeah, I think that's a definitely can we?
We have to base on
it's
the
baby steps with everything with shit like this.
to me, in my hometown when I work in this environment for when it was like baby. Like
Hometown.
I started for a long time.
Hometown
like Vietnam, Saigon, Vietnam, and I feel like to us. And I feel like in America, especially the bigger musicians who have like a big mindset, they're thinking the audience you have to be the one that give the audience the opportunity to listen to your music and your trending, not them give you your trending. Does that make sense? So you don't make music just for the audience, but you also make music to education yourself.
You can't always pander to the audience. Always.
Yes. So to me, it's have to be like that.
And I tell a lot of artists that too. Play your own shit. Like I know they pay for covers, but I'd sneak in some of your own shit.
Well, I mean, everything's already been done. You know, so if you actually have something unique and cool, you better say it. You know what I mean? Like I hope you say it. I hope you don't like bow down because maybe this has never been said.
So you're originally from Saigon.
I'm original from Saigon.
When did you make the move to America?
2016. 2016 is the years that I was like stop everything. I moved to LA. I mean Wichita, Kansas.
Why here?
My sister. So she's a nurse and she worked for the base.
And for the Air Force Base.
And they give the sponsor
it's a lot of
the whole
support.
family to bring over. And last time I was like 17, so I was like, okay, American dreams are gonna come over and see what happened next because I want to be, famous in here.
Well, famous here is where everybody's kind of looking for, right?
But you're already coming from
You're coming from some fame. Yeah, he was coming from some fame in Vietnam already.
Yes,
Explain what you were coming from there.
Now, I mean, this kind of like weird when I explain this to a lot of artists. Ask me, do you already have a fame over there? Why you have to move? Like, why do you have to move? But that is not what I want to be at that point because I was the X Factor contester on 2020. 2012. No. 2013. 13. And then that was the first season. I was the one on the top 10 of that seasons. And I have a lot of like asking for like a promotion, producing the album and everything, but they only do Vietnamese pop music. And at that point, like the kid, I was really like, oh, I don't sing that. It's trash to me and stuff like that. And so I didn't make a move and everything. But when I moved to America, I just reconnect to them and see if I can do something that's popular over there. But it has to be high class pop. I don't want like a cheap pop. I don't want that. I don't want like that. I don't want
fake sound.
I want something like high class pop. Like I say, high class is mean we do this album is like 50 people in the room like an orchestra and do the recording live sessions. That kind of pop music. Okay. And we connect that. It's on the Red album. That's my first album in Vietnam.
I have an example of what he's calling high class. Hey, John, John, if you can grab that CD off that bulletin board, I want to show everybody what that CD is. The CD behind you on the bulletin board.
So I was reading some of your Facebook or some of your website page. So you came here and then actually reconnected with the community back in Vietnam and started selling some records and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yes.
And I said that's kind of cool that you. So what is this? Explain.
Okay.
This is you.
Well, this is
hold it up
CD.
and show. Yeah, hold it up and hold it up for the cameras and show them.
This have to be like 3-way. This have to be
what a cool fucking album.
This is what I mean.
Yeah, cool as fuck.
Pyramid.
Oh, see, that's badass.
And then what they sent me. This is the second album when I'm in here already though. But I say the Square album is like boring to me. So
this is way cooler.
Just give me a paper.
It just keeps going.
It does. It's like so.
That's everybody on the album, and I want you to recognize Josue.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. I didn't know this guy. I know that guy. Yeah.
On this record.
and then AM 90.
And then Zepland Studios. Big shout out.
Yeah, so this is your last album? This is your last release?
No, this is the last release since 2017.
Okay.
So I doing the album on 2016 with the last record, but not released until 2018.
I got you.
This one is waiting on 2017.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so
you see it signed to me.
I see that. That is the cutest damn thing I've ever seen. Now I'm a little jealous. I'm not gonna lie.
And so I just want to do something like pop music where everybody entertainment, like they want to be like entertained and they want to be like dancing and they want to be like more fun and stuff like that, but also have to be listening to
messaging. You have a message.
Yeah, I have
on
noticed
everything
that.
you say.
I've had noticed that you have a lot of like good deep. I listened to a lot of your music over
This
the last.
is war.
Yeah, well, I listened to like probably,
what are we doing to the world?
Yeah, like
there
was
humanity.
a lot of great writing because I'm a talker, so I always go right to the lyrics and stuff of any musician or music.
You know, that album war is actually a very strong topic of like what do you mean by war? War is mean like when you have something to say in public, and what do you have to say to yourself at home? It's a war. It's always a war. Like sometimes you don't want to say something that you want to talk to people.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you have to put like 1,000 masks on your face to go out there.
So the war within too as well.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah,
so that album is specific for everything. So like in my culture, Vietnamese culture, like I feel like in United States when they say something like straightforward, like the language is like
it's very blunt,
like straight and strict. But Asian culture, they like a circle. So when you say something, it's you have to make that person thinking, what do you mean by the circle? It's complicated to explain, but that's how we learn music in Vietnam as well. So you have to learn how the feeling, like what do you feel inside, what do you feel, and you put it on your music. It's not like do re mi fa sol la si do. It's not gonna be like that.
It's not so linear.
Yeah, it's more like feeling and like a play by ear stuff.
So all the music that you do for Vietnamese pop and stuff like that, is it in Vietnamese language?
Yes, it's in Vietnamese language,
yes.
and we play with I like to say 50 people in the room and do orchestra. So we do more like Western music and instrumental, but then on the way that we play is play on fifth harmony, and we play more like Vietnamese culture.
Yeah, that's what I read. I read that you wrote that it's this kind of what you're talking about. You do like Vietnamese poetry style through English, from the interpretation of English.
Yes.
So when did you learn English? Like when did you start learning English?
That is English is actually my second language in my hometown. So it's a second language, but it's completely different. Different of what you guys say today.
Like not as much slang and stuff?
For example, how are you? How are you today? And then you say, how you doing? No idea. The first time I come to America, they say, how you do? And how you do? What? Like, how you do? Like, what does that mean? So it's some small stuff, but it's making me really confused.
So your English is a little more literal than ours is so loose.
I'm lucky.
Well, we have slang.
And it's real loose.
And it makes it very hard. Our slang
and then, for example, like when you say, how much is that? And you say 125 cents. They don't say that. Like in my, what I learned in Vietnam is like 125 cents.
We'd say $1.50.
And it was like
or a laundry list of different ways. Honestly,
they have the word to say like 1,500, and I have to think 1,500. It means $1,500.
Oh, I gotcha.
So something.
We are the best. We are the best country in the world at saying the same shit in 10 different ways.
Well, I mean.
We are. That's what we do. I mean,
it's even regional. There's regional dialect.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's some words that don't exist.
If you go down south, you start listening to this Cajun guy in New Orleans. Now we're totally lost. I'm lost half the time.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like
these guys. When you talk to somebody in Louisiana, or Mississippi, or somebody hit you with that Mississippi twang.
It's just really hard to understand, and I have to relearn it everything. The reason I can speak like this and understand like this is 5 years, first of all, and second, I listen to mostly English. I listen to jazz music. Like my Ella Fitzgerald is mine.
That's your inspiration?
Yeah, like she's all the time. People assume that my voice singing like a rock artist, like a rock star. I really hate that. But I'm more like a soul artist.
That's what I saw in your music.
Like Ella not Ella Fitzgerald, but Whitney Houston or
I saw that was what big.
Like
was a
more-
big
The
inspiration.
big vocals, the really big.
You
Celine
have that
Dion,
voice,
Celine Dion,
and
Dion,
anybody
right.
that's not heard
Yes.
him sing is like he has that fucking voice. Like he's got a range.
Thank
boy.
you.
Like very, like a lot.
that was the funniest thing to talk to, because when the beginning, when I was like 6 or 7, when it was the baby, and my mom said bring me to school and everything, my voice is like a duck. I cannot sing, like not at all, like to the
Flat.
from C3 to C4. That's it. That's all I have. And then keep practice, keep singing, and one day I lose my voice completely for like a week. Everybody worried that I have something in my throat.
Oh, really?
So we go to the doctor and do some look and everything. It's normal. It's just swelling. And then after that, I get my range.
Really?
It's like crazy. Like nobody know when I perform in Butler Community College for like a choir, and when I go there and say, what part of voice you want to be in? Tenors? I say, can I be in mezzo soprano? Because I feel more comfortable. If the sing is so low, my voice get hard.
Is the mezzo like school me? I'm a dum dum.
So,
What's mezzo soprano's high?
So
like,
alto, mezzo soprano, and then soprano.
Okay.
And so
Good. I don't know the
mezzo soprano is used for a girl, a lady term. So the man is like bass, baritone, tenors, and then the girl is alto, mezzo soprano.
Oh, okay. I got you. Well, thank you for
But I have
breaking
to be
that down.
like that time. Yeah. But.
So you leave from Vietnam and come here, and you have already a little bit of an English base. Are you sing? And when do you start doing music in English for the American audience?
I don't have any opportunity to go out. I don't know how to drive. I don't have no friends. That's why I get a little bit of depressions. That's a long story.
Well, that's understandable.
So,
we get to go through that.
Like real depression. Like I'm about to like suicide.
No.
Really bad. That's a really bad time. But I've been through. I keep praying and stuff like that to make me better. And then finally in late 2017, when I go out to like see Matthew Zerda, that he one of my first friend in America. So like because I don't know anybody, just show up in the festival and I see that guy and I talk to that guy, and then just reach out, and then finally I have opportunity to perform with Josue at late 2017 and recording for the audience who live in Wichita. So at
that kind of got you through it.
Since then I never get
That got you through the hard times.
Exactly.
Finally, you got through the hard
Exactly.
times. Well, dude, kudos to you for sticking it out. Like a lot of people break under that pressure, and you moved here from Vietnam and stuck it out and made your way into a scene.
Yeah.
That's not easy
my
to do.
leg,
So take
I say
credit
my,
for that.
my leg have a wings. I don't want to stay home. Like I'm that kid. My mom asked me, "Why do you have to go? You homeless?" I say, "No, I just don't want to sleep at home tonight. Can I go to perform something?" And then I stay with my friend, and he said, "No, you go home." Asian culture, they always want you to stick with the family.
Yeah, it's very
always.
Yeah,
but I'm that kid, so I always go out every night since I was like 15. In Vietnam they don't like alcohol is not controlled, so I drink alcohol.
And what's the scene like? Well, what's the scene like there? You can just go out to
so
clubs.
this is what
you can go out
very
to clubs
interesting.
very young and
Yeah, like 12, you can be there.
Really?
Yeah, you can drink. So this is very funny, right? So when we talk like this, so we call this older people talk like this, and then there's a kid coming in like 5 years old or 4 years old. You give them, hey, go get me some vodka, something like that, and they go.
They can go get it.
So
they can
it's,
go buy it.
it's like more like a cultural thing, and I don't.
Yeah, that's it.
But I thank you.
This is our unofficial sponsor. Thank you, J-Mo.
Love it.
Yeah.
But since I was like young and everything is like that, so when I come here, it's like stop, like it's just stay home, and so I don't do music, don't do anything, no connection and everything.
Yeah, that definitely.
Until I do that, and then
Culture
finally
shock.
I can,
Yeah.
Is the definition of
Well,
culture
it's a
shock.
hard move. I mean, I can only imagine. I mean, moving from one city to another, or moving down the damn street's hard for a lot of people. You move countries. I mean,
and now I decide again to move again.
well, I think you're making the
But
right
at
move.
least I have friends now. At least I have, at least.
support group.
Hey, Aaron, are you up? Like, can you talk to me? At least I can. Hold on into someone that I can talk and sharing what happened, and they really understand, because musicians is the only person can understand musicians is musicians.
Yeah.
Nobody else, because
It's a very unique world. Like,
Yeah.
it's the most lonely thing I could ever wish on someone.
I would say.
Well, elaborate on that. What do
I
you
hate
mean?
to
What do you
say
mean? What do you mean by that?
You have a lot of acquaintances. You have very few friends.
I'm starting to feel that way too.
You know
Like
what I
you
mean?
get to where it's your real tight circle of friends dissipates a little bit, and you just have a ton of people that you know.
You know a whole lot of people, man. But Oh wow, we're not gonna get here, are we? We're doing
Yeah,
this?
we're doing it. I told you.
Well,
I told you.
I really understand what he's saying.
Yeah, elaborate on it, because if you're feeling this way and he's felt this way, you're the two of the three musicians that are in the room. I'm sure John's felt this way. I mean, they want to hear it.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to figure out a delicate way to put it because it is delicate. Okay, it's a love-hate relationship with the people that you meant to affect in the first place. You know what I mean? Like, at some point, you put out a product, you put out some music that resonates with someone, which is exactly what you wanted to do, right? Exactly. I mean, you want to validate kind of who you are, and so you sing a song that represents it. And then these people pick it up and they're like, I really appreciate what you're doing. That's amazing, and I love what you're doing, and you get this little dopamine kick. You know, you're like, oh yeah, that's awesome. I appreciate that. That's really cool.
My work landed.
Yeah. And as you grow as an artist, you affect more and more people, and it does feel really really cool for a little bit. You know, you even start getting recognized out in like a store. You know what I mean? And at some point this escalates, and now like. Your husband doesn't want to go to a fucking restaurant with you because
all the pressure, the social pressure. I mean, kind of.
Well, no, it's like our date's going to get interrupted at some point.
Yeah, and I experienced that. Let me interrupt that because I hang out with him. We go to Barleycorn for a long time, but every time I start something with him, Aaron,
we're there to hang out. You know what I'm saying?
I get it too. I'm
trying to show the Khoa now the scene around,
right?
And I'm a perfect guy to do it because I do know a lot of people around, you know. Yeah. And so I'm trying to introduce around, but it very quickly becomes me being pulled off over here, and that
is
sucks.
that where the disconnect
you know what I mean?
comes as an artist?
Totally.
Is that where a little bit of the disconnect comes from as being an artist, and that's why the depression comes in? Because you have to limit you have to like have this artificial barrier between you and people, so you're not dealing with that. Or
I don't want the artificial barrier. That seems really fake to me. You know what I mean? Like,
I do.
I genuinely give 100% of my time while we're here together. You know what I mean? But that's what I have this little moment where we're here, and then I'm fucking distracted, and I'm pulled over here for a minute, and I'm pulled over there, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I've seen it firsthand.
Yeah, you've seen it.
Yeah,
too.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I get it.
And how do you? What do you do at that point? You know what I mean? Does that come off like me being a dick? I really hope it doesn't. You know what I mean?
So.
But like,
if you're being a dick, I would tell you, and I'd hope you'd tell me the same.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you got to have friends that are honest with you.
Yeah.
And like I say, you said that you found somebody in Aaron that you could confide in the local scene here.
Exactly.
Hey, I'm here for it too, man. You ever want to talk, man? Shoot me a line. I always got.
This whole building is going to turn into that, man. I just want.
I always got bars.
I always, like in America, there's some always have some kind of the stereotype and some type of. They want to share it, and they always say that you can share it to me, most of, but when at the end of the day, you never reach out to. You cannot reach out to that person at some point. That it's hard for you to share it, and if you can find one person or two person listen to you, you really appreciate that.
Because
I would say that.
And the big word is trust. Because if you to open up and tell somebody some shit about being vulnerable, you got to trust them a little bit too, and they got to prove it that they can handle it, and they got to be able to trust them too, and trust whether they'll give you. I mean, I always like confiding. I have a group of people that I confide in, and hopefully they'll be honest with me when I'm being an ass or if I'm being wrong. You know,
honest and everything.
And as a person, you're gonna have to willing to take those criticisms too. As well.
Yeah, for sure.
So we got an album we're working on, right?
Exactly.
Humanity.
So that's we got. You said. Album artwork coming out
June 1st.
So that's tomorrow. Yeah. So,
or 4 or 5 days ago, whatever.
Yeah, when this comes out Monday.
Exactly.
This will release Monday.
But
as of film day, fuck off, it's raining. You don't even know about that. And his artwork comes out tomorrow on Tuesday.
Yes, and I bring it here. This is the first.
Oh, here we go. We got it.
This is the first group, so the camera catch their face. Because I do this videos for everybody because of first-hand artwork.
Right. Oh, okay. An exclusive artwork release.
So this is the final products that I've been working for 8 years.
Cheers.
And here we go.
Cheers. Thank you for
putting
this out on the show. We're ready.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
Oh, look at that.
Can we show that in the shot there?
Yeah, can we get that?
Yeah, this is the first podcast that I show this artwork
So this is
to public. This is the first one.
First exclusive look at his new artwork for his new album.
Yeah.
And your new album's
It's
called
amazing.
Humanity.
And where did you record and all that stuff?
This
the
is
album?
so I'm writing this album since 2013.
13.
So like long time ago, almost
And
8
again
years.
with
The CD we were waiting, but
Nice.
Beautiful
Yeah,
album.
yeah.
I have to talk about the artwork of this album. Is we working on this one virtually. So I know Justin Lister for a long time. He do my photo shoot and everything, stuff like that. But then he don't do the 3D artwork. And so after that, I would just go on Facebook and looking who is a good, person to reach out. And finally, I found a guy who named Dustin Volkemar, he live in Michigan. And I just say, I have the album upcoming that blah blah blah. Can you do my artwork? And then we do the videos to him. And then I have to call back to Vietnam to do my costume. Everything like, okay, this is what I want. I designed this, and then I send it to them. 6 months after they can send me the costume, and then we always have to discuss in the Zoom. Even me and Justin on the same place. We just like have to be on a Zoom all the time to talk to everybody.
Zoom meetings.
Yeah.
Okay, I got
And
you.
then on the photo shoot day, Dustin will call Justin on the camera, like we have like a virtual thing, like the computer, like set up.
So he's directing it on
He's
location.
directing
Wow, that's
Justin
awesome.
That's
to
awesome.
set up the light.
That's
And
pimp.
I have to talk to the costume and all the crowd and everything, how to wear it, what shoot we gonna do, what shoot we gonna use and stuff like that. I talk to this person, Justin talk to this person, and we work like that on the room, and finally this came out.
Well,
That's
it looks beautiful.
beautiful, yeah.
And if you guys don't realize, he has a lot of fashion that it goes into when he has costumes.
The costumes
when
are
he's talking,
incredible.
the costumes are
Yeah.
fucking amazing. So, like, explain how that came about, too. Like, explain how your music and your fashion sense
Your
and
costume-
style.
Your costumes still
and your
come from
costume-
Vietnam. I think.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
comes
and
there from-
that's what you just mentioned. That's
That's
cool
my-
that you still
my
like
favorite
outsource that to
place
Vietnam. He's got the spot. He's got like his
But
costume
my
spot.
favorite, because the red album that I do first is Kong Ji. He's designer for Beyonce, Lady Gaga, Rihanna, and Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, nice.
And such an honor. At that point, I was lucky because at that point he's not that famous. He just sent out every stuff, but nobody know him yet. But he sponsored from my city, and so when I wear it and I release that album, and then suddenly the movie Lion King. Beyonce wearing the gold dress, that his work, and
Oh,
after
really?
that he got book,
Oh,
and now
man.
he's a big guy in American.
So you got in on the ground level before
So
he
I
blew
was
up?
lucky. I was lucky.
Nice.
And then after that, I reached back to his student and stuff like that in Vietnam to design my costume. So to me, music and fashion is very connected because
It's art.
to me, like when you
You're putting on a show.
Sorry.
yeah,
It's not just
like when
listening,
you-
it's
when
visual.
you say to I want to see Le Khoa show. When they want to see Le Khoa show, then they're not saying they want to listen to Le Khoa show. They say, that's what they want to see and hear and feeling and everything, touch and
That's how it should be. That should be a whole show.
the whole thing, the whole concert.
Yeah, it's a whole sell. You're trying
It has
to.
to be a
I
whole
mean, in
thing.
this day and age, when entertainment is so easy and so cheap, like, why aren't you looking for artists that are giving you all of
I
it?
can stream your music, man. Where's the show?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Right.
Yeah.
Agreed. Say
So,
that again
and
for the
then-
people in the back.
I can stream your music. Where's my show?
Exactly. Thank you.
Exactly, and then that is more
A little
like
more dramatic.
Yeah, I like that.
More dramatic.
I like how you
Dramatic.
committed. You
Always.
committed well.
I love the
Listen.
dramatic. Always.
Me too.
That's why you see my album like
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
But-
all the artwork I've seen for
But
all your stuff is great.
actually, when you doing music, to me, I respect the people who look at me on stage. I respect them. That's why I'm wearing something nice for them to see me, not just a short or like a tank top on stage. It's just not giving enough power to perform for them to like entertain them. And so for this specific album, I have like 3 costumes that always stick with the album. Which first one is like a fairy wings that mean exploding.
Yep.
So it means like from your inside, the humanity from the inside is really anger of this world nowadays. So humanity is a big topic. There's a lack of humanity. So what is that I'm talking about is after since 8 years, the world is getting crazy. Black Lives
Shit,
Matter,
you mean fast.
Asian hate,
Oh man,
Fast.
fucking
everything.
mass shootings, motherfucker. I mean, we've had school shootings here within the last couple of
I was
weeks.
like, where is the humanity still alive in this world? Like,
It's
where is
there.
that?
It's there.
Where is that? And that's the good person like us, or a good person like a lot of audience out there. They get anger because they can do anything. What they can do, they can.
No, most of us are good people.
We all are, yeah.
But we don't take power for ourselves because we're good people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah,
So we
the
have so
shitty
many.
of us get the most eyes.
We have so many people, but the squeaky wheel get the grease.
The radical
You know what I mean?
motherfuckers do get the
guy.
Exactly.
The guy that goes crazy, he gets the attention, and he represents 1 out of 1,000 of us, maybe. You know
a very
what I mean?
low
Like,
percentage.
Yeah.
All the good people
This
just
guy-
keep their head down and don't fuck with anybody.
But-
just
but-
have a good day. And
But,
don't-
but what
wanna be
happens?
safe.
But
yeah,
what
I
happens?
just want to be okay.
But what happens?
We
is-
get rolled over.
I have a news station now. Okay, I have a news station, and that's the news. This one crazy guy. That's what I have to report, and I have to scare everybody else around me.
Yeah, that's what
because
sells.
of this crazy guy. Because I want ratings.
Yeah, it's the only thing that sells.
Yeah.
And stop watching the news. Just stop. Just
Yeah,
stop
start watching
the news.
podcasts about good shit
And-
like this.
and
Like
start-
that's what you start watching.
Well, just start going local, man. It's about your community.
Yeah.
If you want to change the world, start with yourself.
Yeah.
If you want to change your state, start with your town. You know what I mean?
I heard some quote like, if you want to
know?
change the world, you start making your bed. Like you need to digging of what you have and try
represent the change you want to see.
Exactly.
Yeah, a lot
exactly.
of it is half talk, and I'll be the first to admit that I'm just as hypocritical as anybody else. I've said to be ways that I have not lived up to always, but for the most part, I'm trying, and we all should be trying to promote what we say and think. And a lot of people give you this open-minded, I'm here for everyone, everybody's all-inclusive shit, but when it comes to the real time, they don't pull that. They don't
Is
pull
it rhetoric? Is it rhetoric? Or are
Yeah.
you walking that talk?
Yeah, for real.
Exactly.
For real.
Yeah.
So try to be what you say you're gonna be for the most part.
It's the only way to be real, man. You got to be yourself. Everybody else is taken. You know what I mean? Like, just be you.
How's that? We got light back? We lost the light.
There we go.
We lost the light during that, but we're back.
This is why I'm giving big shout outs to Theron, our light guy.
Theron?
If he sees a problem, he solves it.
Yeah, we had a.
We got it.
Yeah. So the album, when is the album release? We got this beautiful artwork. Say the name of the guy in Michigan that did the artwork again.
Dustin Vakama and Justin Lister.
Okay.
There's two guys.
Big shout
One
out to those
is
guys, 'cause
photographer and the 3D arts.
Well, his artwork looks amazing. So shout out to those guys.
Can't believe it. They can make it. I say, he said, what do you want to show the world? I say, I want to show the world. Don't matter who I am I black, white, Asian, or whatever, or a guy or girl. I don't care. Just make the virtual have to be like a human, the beautiful human.
Yeah.
That's why you're very confusing to look at this picture. Is this a guy or a girl?
Intentional, and I love that.
I just
the whole idea
Let's
is
get
break it all
fucking
down.
past it already, right?
Well,
you know what I mean? Let's
break
get
it all
fucking
down.
past
We
it.
are humans on this
just
planet.
human. Just a
we're
beautiful,
all in the same.
beautiful
We're all
that-
burning under the same sun
that's
with
what
the
I
same
wanna-
struggle.
I want to share through the music and through the artwork and what they're looking at.
We are humans on the planet.
That's all.
So
How do we interact?
When did you decide to start bringing the big theatrical and costumes into your music from the very beginning?
Very beginning. Yeah, you can see on the.
So when you do a
Big
show,
production.
when you do
High class.
So when you do a live show, do you do a number of costume changes or how does that work? Because you have some pretty cool, amazing costumes I've seen on some great videos. Like, do you do more than one on your live shows, or how do you do the live shows?
Yes, mostly at least two. Always
two?
like change my costume and everything. For sure, I trying to do. My goal is like have a productions where I can go. Oh, I go in and somebody change my costume and stuff like that. You watch Celine Dion back behind the scene videos where she on stage.
Right.
That's my dreams. One day. But that is what I want to be too. So I always trying to bring like at least two or something in the show, just so people get excited.
Yeah, you do a little change for sure. That's cool.
Yeah,
I think that's a cool fucking idea.
Yes.
I went to my gay Mecca thing, like way back in the day, and I went and saw Cher in concert.
Is Cher is like a gay mecca?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. Cher
school
is
me
like
on
gay
that.
icon. Yeah.
It
Really?
is.
Why
Yeah.
so? She was
Well,
married to a man.
No,
that's
she's
not the
beauty.
point. That's not the point.
Okay, well, school me.
No.
School me.
But Cher, in that one concert that she did,
Yep.
she did like 11 costume changes. Came out on a mechanical elephant. Like
elephant?
on a mechanical elephant.
Oh yeah, and then a completely naked suit with like diamond.
Oh well, she's beautiful.
Yeah.
I've always thought she was an extremely gorgeous woman. I just don't see how
he
she.
was right.
How does she
to bring it
How does she
Gay
represent?
icon.
Yeah, how
Gay
does she?
icon.
I never made that connect. I guess I don't know why.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I honestly don't know why either, but it is that way. It is that way.
well, she
Yeah.
didn't seem like an overly. I didn't seem like her music was geared towards the gay community. I didn't feel that way. I mean, maybe. I don't own any Cher albums, so I guess
it's just about something about virtual and everything.
I always thought she was a beautiful
when
woman.
you saw her, there's something that make you feel to dress like her.
I think it's an
There's
expression.
no gender.
I think it's just like.
So could you say Madonna's the same way?
Yes,
Same way.
yes, yes.
Same way.
Madonna's
Okay.
the
Same way.
icon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So same
Yeah,
thing,
for
but
sure.
I'm just a little late on the generational part
It's
of it.
like
She's a little
it's
older.
like
I
something
always thought
about.
Cher was sexy.
It's something about like breaking boundaries and pushing forward a thing. Madonna got a lot of flack
with her sexuality and stuff.
very early on about
yeah.
her sexuality.
Oh, really?
So now you start to see.
Okay, I get it now.
Now you start to
I
see.
get it.
You see that? Yeah.
Yeah, I get it a little more.
Because her sexuality brought her to
Well, she was
controversy.
very promiscuous for a married woman in the
and-
70s, for sure.
And LGBT community, our sexuality was always the focus of our controversy.
Exactly.
I get it. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
You feel me?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
understand.
He's bringing up
It
a
starts
lot
to come
of
that
good
way.
statement about that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It is.
And that's stuff that I love to hear insight about on the because that's a fair assessment that not everybody knows.
Okay, so I was talking to Austin earlier, and I got to bring this up.
I don't know where you're going with this.
Oh yeah, I know. I do this about once a show. I throw the wild card out there, right? Like now we're gonna roll the dice,
All right,
right?
here we go.
Yeah, but I'm saying that I take objection with LGBTQIA+. And I take objection from this because I feel like you've lumped us all together as scraps. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I'll bring up what I said
don't
last time
think
you
that
said
that's
this.
very cool.
And I'll bring up the same thing I said.
I don't
think that that's very
We don't
cool.
appreciate that.
Well, it's not
You know,
it's the same thing that Dave Chappelle said, and he said it the perfect. Even though you say all those, and he unfairly says the alphabet people, but but
that's how I
Well,
feel.
that's
though.
what it is. Because let me speak about that because it's more like why does it have to be like a girl or a guy and an LGBTQ plus? Let's just identify the group of people in the world that they already make the stereotype of this type of people is in this world, and it's not a cool thing. It's not a cool thing because we all like in the same world and we all in the same place.
But it's different.
Yeah,
But it's different.
There have to be a different.
Your
individual
L,
person.
your G, your B, your T, your Q, your I, your A. They are all different cultures.
It is.
they're all a
And-
different.
and-
And Dave Chappelle's line is they're all a different movement.
And you're trying to get me under one flag.
Yeah.
And I feel
It's
weird
not.
about it.
Yeah, that's a way of like
No.
America trying to
weird
categorize you.
about it.
Yeah, categorize you.
No, I think it's a time. It's a way of trying to be like, okay, let's give the lackeys their scraps, and you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah, that's
we'll
even more
just
fair.
put all you guys
Do you
together.
guys- do
you guys get the
Do you know
That's
this is
more
such
multi-purpose
a
room.
good episode to put out on the first week of Pride Month. This is a Pride Month.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
June. Pride
Yeah,
Month.
you're right. You're right. Yes.
We're doing beautiful
Yeah.
things without even knowing it.
This
Doing
is
the Lord's work.
This
No,
is
we are.
yeah,
We are
this-
doing the Lord's work.
We bring he bring us together and he bring the creation and everything in this conversation like right now.
Shit
Because
happens for a reason.
We
man.
bring it out. We spit it out. We spit it out of
Well,
what people were
and-
thinking about that.
And you have such a beautiful concept. Okay, it isn't about gender. It isn't about color. It isn't about culture.
Nothing.
Really, it is about. Let's be human.
And let's just put on a great show and put on some beautiful music that we all can get down with. Like that's a
Let's be human.
Who can't get behind that fucking movement? Like how hard is that to get behind?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I think you're right.
That's all. Why is that such a hard fucking sell? Like it shouldn't be.
So really, everybody, go find Khoa's Humanity.
Humanity.
When is
should-
when is
this
the
should be
release
out.
on the actual
Oh yeah,
album?
so this album is the artwork will come out June 1st, and then the show to release this is gonna be at Brickyard down
Yeah,
there.
promote the hell
And then
out.
it's called Rainbow of Wichita Festival, and that day is gonna be June 24th.
And that's when the album comes out.
Yes, it's
How many
all age.
songs we getting on that album?
We have 11.
Ooh,
11.
all
11
right.
songs in this
All right.
album. And
I'll promote the hell out of it, man, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm working on the deluxe edition, but so keep the.
What's the deluxe edition?
Yeah, now you brought it up.
So the deluxe edition is the one that I working for like 5 more songs to add on, but I just say something right now to say the album package is gonna be the human head, a human head.
No, wait.
The
Like you got another crazy one like this.
Like
but
this.
You're,
Like
okay,
that.
so yeah.
But you're going to human head?
Instead of the I don't have that
amazing.
picture.
I love it.
So like a pyramid, like 3D
Yeah.
thing, it's gonna be the human paper. You know the human, and then you open the face, and then the CD, and then the book.
Oh, that's Pam.
yes.
I'm so
Yes.
in. I'm so fucking in.
we do after this. I'm very proud of this, and I say, oh, we gotta do something for humanity, because humanity is a beautiful thing that we need to do something that look very cool and everything.
Everything I've ever seen you touch turns to gold.
Yeah, all your.
And it's amazing. Your costumes. Look at how you do this.
I mean, I'm
All
not
the
gonna lie.
artwork, all the everything. It is what you're trying to sell. High class.
Well, it
And
is.
I love it.
Well, it's
I
fucking.
really do.
It's you when you watch his videos and you watch LaCroix's videos and you see all what he puts into it and all of it. It's really a fun experience.
It is.
It really.
It's
You
awesome.
can tell somebody that can fucking sing.
Hard out.
Man, you can sing. So first and foremost, that makes it easy. And then you got all the costumes and the band behind him that he's had, and he's, he's talked about moving to LA and haven't changed that, but like, he'll find it. He'll find his band, and he'll find his sound and all that stuff. And then he puts all this extra time into these amazing artworks, to these amazing photo shoots, these amazing album releases,
And music
That
videos.
That's
videos.
cool as shit, man.
Music videos.
Cool as fuck.
I have to say, you guys, this is one of the things that I'm really bad at promoting and stuff. The only thing that I can be really good and focusing in is doing music and directing my art. So that I'm very like label myself art director.
Same.
So producing executive producer for the album. It's very hard because you have to be responsible for everything in the album.
Yeah.
Not just hearing, also seeing and production. The whole thing, the whole package.
Yeah,
So working for that. That's the reason why 8 years for this album. 8 years.
Wow. That's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. I'm glad that we get to see it. too.
Finally, I say.
So
finally.
How do people find you?
Yeah, where can we find all of your, like, any shows you got coming up, any Instagram, Facebook, any of those things?
Let's take a minute and let's talk about
Yeah,
it.
pimp your
Let's
brand.
talk about that.
Pimp your brand.
So,
yeah.
so the next upcoming show is gonna be June 11. It will be at the pop-up park.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yes,
cool.
right here.
Yeah,
What is that name again?
Pop-up park.
Yeah, it's
no.
just right on Douglas.
Yeah, it's
On
just right
Douglas.
there.
Now it's the across from Barleycorns, isn't it? That one?
No, that's Nafsker.
Nafker,
The
one that-
pop-up park is more by Topeka, maybe.
Exactly, that
Okay,
one.
okay.
And so I performed there. It was called Queer Festival. I got invited to perform like a last phase of that show.
Great.
And then the
Headline.
headline.
You're headlining that show. Say
Headline.
it. Yeah, don't say it like that. Don't be modest.
I just
Shit.
say
He's starting to figure out that all musicians kind of do that. They
They undersell. You
They
guys all
undersell.
undersell. And I'm the guy that'll like and click and subscribe and share all your shit. If you don't like to promote, send it to me. I'll promote it for you.
I'm really
If
bad
you,
at
a
promotion.
lot of
And I just
musicians
send it
feel
to somebody
cringy.
and they help me to like
Oh,
put
yeah.
it on
You
the-
guys feel cringy about it.
Yeah,
I get it.
and
But
then-
I'll fucking send it.
And then the
Okay.
next show is gonna be June 24.
And that's your album release.
That's
Yeah,
the album
Brickyard.
release. Don't miss that because I have like LED wall on Brickyard and then the
let's go to
catwalk
that.
extended
Let's
on
make sure
the
we go
show.
to that. Hey,
And
we're-
then everything's
We got to make sure we make it to that.
Please,
Let's try to
please
make
come
it
to that show. Please
We'll
come.
come.
To that
We'll
show.
come. We'll bring
Yeah.
We'll bring the Aaron and Austin show.
That one is also sponsored by 93.5 and I believe Jet 89.1 radio by Jet Booding.
Nice.
He gonna sponsor.
Oh,
too.
Jed
Jet,
Bodine,
yes,
yeah.
We also need to talk about his,
Yeah, so he just had a concert at the Orpheum.
That's why.
Oh,
yeah.
for this.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the guy whose house burned down.
Yeah, his
Donation
house
yeah,
burned
for
down.
his family.
And this guy's been a supporter of local arts for,
Yeah, and nice guy too. I've actually talked to him a few.
I mean, a super long time. Yeah,
yeah. And I was like shook.
Actually, the lead singer for the band that I play in, Terry Quiet, he
faced to that.
he performed over there for that Orpheum deal.
Oh, okay.
But we got a lot of sponsor for promotion for June 24. So June 24, Friday, door open at 7. So all age allow, all age.
Really?
Nice.
All ages
Yes,
show at the
all
brick.
ages are-
All ages show at the
I love
Brickyard?
all
Yep.
ages shows.
Yeah, man. I really like it when people can make an all ages
He's
show.
like
work.
more like festival stuff. So
That's what I want.
Well, you give the people that have maybe like a 15-year-old kid and they couldn't get away, maybe they can bring their kid now.
they always
And now
have
we
like
get a few more people.
like a
Wristband.
stuff for like.
Yeah, who cares
That
about
big
the
X on your hand,
And everyone that drinks still, go see a show without a fucking drink. I mean, we got some shows
Support the local
without having a
business
booze.
too.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
I keep them. That's the only thing that they keep the business alive.
Yeah, exactly.
Support Wichita. And I think that's the more important things. To do.
I want to grow Wichita, man.
So after
it has to grow.
After your release show, do you have any other shows in Wichita?
This is gonna be. I don't want to say this is my last show.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But we
I'm trying to say to
LA.
everybody. I'm trying to say to everybody on camera. That's kind of what I'm beating at. Is he's got 2 shows left? Go see him.
Yeah.
Go see him before he bounces to LA.
If you haven't seen him yet, you're gonna miss your window.
You are. He's gonna.
Yeah, you're gonna miss your window.
Khoa's gonna move to LA and blow up, and you're gonna have that shoulda, coulda, woulda moment.
Next time you see him, $150 a ticket.
Yeah, you could.
I'm just saying.
You remind me of Ali Wong. She's been talking about that on next week's show. She's just like, we are supposed to pay her for $10 before, but now it's not that like that anymore. It's like very hilarious. It's so funny.
Yes, I know exactly.
Ali Wong.
Oh jeez,
Love Ali Wong.
she's so good.
You see that one she do pregnant?
Yeah, right.
That was so good.
Right?
Do you watch both of them?
Yeah.
Do you want both? The one with Libra shirt, and then the one is like zebra.
Yes.
She's she's very iconic.
She's a great writer. Unbelievable.
Amazing writer.
She like books too, I think.
Well, she comes from that writing world.
Yeah, I always get impressed when somebody can write and produce something like that. With the comedy and the real emotions, it's hard to do both, and she fucking nails it every time. Every fucking time.
But before I release the album, this June 8 and June 15, so 2 weeks, 1 week before the show and 2 weeks before the show, I'm gonna have the songs come out. Take Me to River is a single come after Fireheart that I released on April.
Fireheart's an old song.
Fireheart's the one I've heard, right? I've heard that one. That was on YouTube. I did read that.
It's an old song that I've been working on.
But you're gonna redo it.
I redo that, and then yes, the Fireheart is I redo it and put some saxophone and do music videos and stuff like that. Fireheart,
I'm always good with them.
Yeah, music videos. And
it was a great song, and it featured your vocals really well.
And you get to re-release it. Like sometimes people miss a great song. Like okay, here it is again, motherfucker.
Well, and sometimes
like, you missed it the first time, asshole. Like here it is again.
Sometimes if you get used to a great song this way, the remix gonna hit you.
Right?
The remix gonna hit. Yeah.
Right.
The remix gonna
that's
hit.
what I want.
That's
so 3 shows total before you bounce.
Yeah, around that.
Yes. So go check out LaCroix. He's new music. And he's moving to LA. You gonna fuck up?
So when you move to LA,
well,
how can we track you? How can we find you? And how can we?
Yes. So
keep
for
up?
that, my website is always lekhoamusic.com. It's LEKHOA music.com, and then you can always find me on Instagram. That's the most thing that I always on.
What's your Instagram handle?
It's called at lekhoa LEKHOA.artist, and then it's have Spotify, iTunes. So what I'm gonna say that you guys help me to streaming my music because
we will.
It's really bad of like promoting and everything.
We're your biggest fan, man. We'll put it out.
So I need to like streaming my music and get my music out there for people.
And how we do that is we subscribe.
Subscribe it.
We like, we comment, we do everything that we can do to interact.
Right.
We do everything we can. Like, subscribe.
And one more time for the people in the back. We get thousands of views on shit. Can you just subscribe and make you a fucking email account?
Like and share.
The views are great.
It helps me so much.
But if you like and subscribe, it helps us so much.
And then
more.
comment onto that.
Comment
because
because that builds the.
Let me put something on the show so people can talk about it. Let's just put my shoes on.
Shit.
Oh my God! Look at this.
Shit!
I just want to show.
She put the flat tops.
Get close to it. So this is it's for sure inspiration by Lady Gaga. But this is with me 8 years in Vietnam. Stuff in Vietnam. They just make it. There you go. Something to comment.
Yeah.
I'll clip it.
We need it.
What do you think about LaCroix's shoes?
I love the whole outfit. I love the whole outfit. Because we're trying to do a podcast with sport coats on, and I'm wondering where you got the sport coat. Because I'm on one.
DMV's a great place.
Not for my big ass. Good luck finding 5X.
Is that the first time I've heard from John the whole podcast?
I know, right?
I've been wondering.
John's been sitting on his hands back there.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, he's got some new compressors and stuff. So
I'm just enjoying it.
Thank you, John.
Well, anything else you want to promote? Anything else you got?
Amazing.
We got a couple shows coming up. Definitely the one at the Brickyard for his for the album release.
That sounds like your last hurrah, right?
It does.
Yes.
That's your
Can we be
let's
fair?
move to LA party, right?
It's
Exactly.
let's get the fuck out of
Because
Wichita party.
That would be like a goodbye show. I'm about to name it Bye Bye Kansas. There's a studio named Bye Kansas, Goodbye Kansas, of like Marvel movie. But anyway, I want to take that name. It's like a goodbye show.
I love you very much.
Thanks for doing this.
Thank you for coming out.
So much.
Follow
It's good to
LaQual
see
and
you.
everything.
For having me on the show.
I'm excited for your future. Your
Me
future
too.
look bright.
Thank you so
And
much.
you
I
keep
think you're
pushing.
going to the right place.
You're
I always gonna come back though, because I don't want to say this is my last show in Wichita, because I always want to go somewhere in LA, and then one day I'm gonna come back here with family and friends, with the faces that are always supporting me out there.
Tao's Bistro is closed, so we can't go there anymore.
Oh my God, that place
Okay.
is so
that place was bad.
But we're gonna find a place.
We
Well,
will
go
come
make
back.
go make millions of dollars in LA. Come back and do our fucking show again. We'll have you back on again. We can't
We're gonna
wait.
do that.
We can't wait.
Love it.
All right, let's call it a wrap for
Let's
episode.
call it a wrap. Let's play
We love
that
you guys
theme
all.
song one more time.
Is it a podcast? Is it a show? Gary and Oscar, they don't even know.